Hi, friends, Evolving Guys. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for following along with our collection journey. This is Tally Thursday, so we are talking about the things that we pulled in booster box number 2 as part of our Stellar Crown Master Set Challenge. If you want to watch me actually open this booster box, all 36 packs, you can go back to Monday's video where I'll rip open those packs. And then today we're just kind of talking about what we pulled. This is something that I like to do. If you just want to see pack openings, then check out that and some other videos on the channel. So today we're talking about our second booster box. Again, we're doing a master set challenge with Stellar Crown. We're experimenting with each main series set. We're experimenting with different ways to build a master set. I've definitely scaled back the number of packs that we're going to be opening with Stellar Crown. We're only opening these 2 booster boxes to start, and then we're going to move on to some of the main series products. I like the Black Star promos in these anyway, and so it's kind of a good excuse. And then with the booster box, or excuse me, with the ETB, you get some of the additional products, including the Pokemon Center and the regular promo cards. And so we will be opening those next week. So be on the lookout for that. And then I do like to open the build and battle kits. I like the stamped promos. Those are Black Star promos as well. I like to have one loose card for my binder, and then I actually like to have one sealed Black Star promo with the Stellar Crown stamp on it that comes with the kind of the mini deck that you get if you're doing the pre-release tournaments. So anyway, that's our plan. And I would say though already, this is a pretty small set, 175 total cards. You can see the breakdown here. But it's a smaller set than the last 2 main series sets that we've done for Master Set Challenge. And frankly, I think we're going to be opening way too much of this already. And you'll see a little bit why I think that when I look at what we pulled in the second booster box. But I think that we really don't need to open, at least if our goal is to complete a master set in the most efficient way possible. I think this set in particular is really one that you don't need to open a ton of packs. Of course, if you like opening packs and if you can get good deals on packs and on products, then that's great. But anyway, we'll move into what we pulled. So booster box number 2, I got to say, this is probably the worst booster box that I've opened since we started the channel. I mean, we've had some stinkers for sure. I mean, Temporal Forces, we opened 6 booster boxes, and Twilight Masquerade, we opened the equivalent of 4 booster boxes, and then we added some additional products. But I think for both of those sets, we opened over 200 packs of each set. And even if it wasn't a literal booster box, we kind of grouped things into sets of 36 packs to kind of give us the equivalency of a booster box. But this was an actual booster box. And you can see here, we only had 11 hits. Now, I know for Sword and Shield and previous eras, this is actually probably what you would expect. And this would actually even maybe be a good box compared to some of those sets. I mean, I know in many of those, now, of course, it was a different calculation back then because you didn't get a holo rare was considered a hit. But most people didn't really think that was much of a hit. And so, the calculation has changed when we move from Sword and Shield into the Scarlet and Violet era. But in our experience, especially again, since we've had the channel, these last 3 main series sets, Temporal Forces, Twilight Masquerade, and now Stellar Crown, it's been our experience that you really should expect 13 to 16 hits per box. And that includes the A-Spec cards as hits, but I do kind of consider those hits just in the sense that they're kind of specialty cards. That are not guaranteed in every pack. And so for me, I think that 13 to 16 is really where my expectation has been. So you can see at a top line level for this booster box, only 11 hits. So that is a little bit lower, several actually lower than we would kind of expect. We're missing a couple hits. But then on top of that, and I think that what makes or breaks these boxes often is whether you get a special illustration rare or a hyper rare. And of course, it's a little bit of a crapshoot. In our experience, you should expect one of those roughly every 2 booster boxes. But of course, if you pick the wrong 2 booster boxes, then you might not get anything. And that's been our case. We've opened 2 booster boxes, still no special illustration rares, still no hyper rares. So that's pretty disappointing. But then I'll talk about the real disappointment is actually in 2 more slides. But first, I just wanted to say, I mean, we are a Master Set Challenge channel. And so we're trying to build a Master Set of Stellar Crown. So this is our updated percentages of the cards that we've pulled by rarity. So this is, again, after now 72 packs. And if you saw our first video, you know that we pulled, in a good way, we pulled all the commons, uncommons, and regular rares in our first booster box. Now, those aren't valuable cards, and they're not, exclusive or, it's not hard to pull those in a sense, but they're just the fact that it's a smaller set. And so our hit rate was higher and we were able to actually pull all of that just in one booster box. That has not been the case with the previous two sets. It took us more than one booster box to get all the commons, uncommons, and regular rares of the previous set. So I think this is really a function of size, right? That Stellar Crown is a smaller set, but it gives us a good baseline that sets, around the size of Stellar Crown. Maybe you just need one booster box to get most, if not all, of the commons, uncommons, and regular rares. And for larger sets that are into the 200 card or more range, you might need two booster boxes if you're trying to pull those cards yourself. Now, the double rares, what's really, and we'll talk about this more, but we pulled 5 double rares in the second booster box, but all 5 of them were duplicates. And I don't know, the chances of that seem pretty remote to me. So in our first booster box, we pulled 6 double rares. In our second booster box, we pulled 5 double rares, and every single one of those 5 was a duplicate from the first booster box. So we did not actually increase the percentage of double rares that we have, even after opening an entire new booster box. We still sit at 6 of 14, which are the same 6 we pulled in the first booster box. We pulled 6 duplicates, and all of them, 4 of the 5 that we pulled in the second booster box are less than $1. They're bulk EXs, and one was slightly over $1, but it's basically a bulk EX as well. And so not only did we not pull any new double rares that we needed, but we didn't really get much value out of the double rares we did pull in the second booster box. We did pull 3 illustration rares. So if nothing else, that bumps our illustration rare total up to 6 of 13. And there are only 13 in this set. So we're actually about halfway for the illustration rares. Same with the ultra rares. We pulled 2 more. Add that to the 3 we pulled in the first booster box, and that leaves us at 5 of 11. So with illustration rares and ultra rares, at least the very, very faint silver lining is that we're roughly halfway on those two. But as I mentioned, we did not pull a special illustration rare for the second booster box in a row. We did not pull a hyper rare for the second booster box in a row. We have not pulled either one of those rarities yet. We did pull the one remaining A-Spec. So I guess, again, one very, very faint silver lining is that we only pulled one A-Spec in this box, which is, again, a little bit less than I might expect, but it was the one we needed. So we do have the complete 3 set of A-Specs. And we actually did, I think, pretty well on reverse hollows. We were roughly halfway to our goal of reverse hollows after the first booster box, and we added about another 25%, around 30 or so cards that we now, of course, are pulling duplicate reverse hollows, which is expected, but I think the fact that we added, I think, another 30 to 35 reverse hollows from our first booster box, at least, again, there's kind of a very faint silver lining. But I think the real stinker in this box, especially on top of the fact that there were only 11 hits, is the fact that the most valuable card we pulled from all 36 packs was the Joltik illustration rare. That's still less than $5. After that, it was the Lacey card, less than $3, and everything else we pulled was less than that. So you can see here, we did not add, we spent $105 on our booster box, which is pretty standard. I think if you look around for deals, you can, more or less find them for around $100 or a little less, a little more. So we spent $100 to open 36 packs, and the most valuable card we pulled was less than $5. And so even though we pulled some other stuff we needed, some other illustration rares, some other ultra rares, and we pulled some reverses that we needed, it really was kind of, it really was discouraging, I'll be honest. I mean, I know you can't guarantee hits, and it's not about the value necessarily, but this means our fun cost, again, to invoke Danny Phantom's idea, was pretty high on this box because we spent $105 on this booster box and pulled not very much. You'll see actually in a minute our specific values. So anyway, updating this chart that we've used in the past after 72 packs. Again, I know pull rate data, you need a lot more packs than what we're opening, but still, I think most people are more like us, average collectors who aren't going to open like thousands of packs. And so I'm just giving you a sense of like what we're seeing as far as the pull rates. So now we've pulled 11 double rares out of 72 packs, which works out to 1 in 7 packs. We've pulled 3 A-Specs, which works out to 1 in every 24 packs. We've pulled 6 illustration rares, which works out to every 1 in 12 packs, to 1 in every 12 packs. We've pulled 5 ultra rares, 1 in every 14 packs. And again, we can't calculate the SIR or the hyper rares because we still, after 72 packs, have not pulled either type of rarity, which is, again, it's not expected or guaranteed that you're going to pull those cards, but I would think after 2 booster boxes, we would at least maybe have 1. I think we just got 2. Maybe we're unlucky. We got 2 stinker booster boxes. And if you're only opening a couple booster boxes, I know this will even out over time. There's probably some booster boxes that are pretty loaded. And if you're opening, dozens of booster boxes, then of course this will level out. But for most collectors who I assume are opening, if they are opening booster boxes at all, they're not opening a ton. It really is the luck of the draw if you get a booster box that has anything good in it. So I wanted to talk about, after 72 packs, I enter all the stuff that we pull into my profile on the collector app. That's that little, it gives you this little graphic here. Now, the set has 175 cards. The collector app says 183 because they're actually counting the new energy design, the new energy cards. So they count those as 8 distinct cards that are part of the set because they were revealed in this set. So they're part of their count. So that's why it's 183 instead of 175. We do, of course, thankfully, right? We have all the energy cards. So far we've pulled 153 of the 183 cards after 2 booster boxes. And again, probably at face value, like if you're not a seasoned collector, you would look at that and say, that's pretty good. 84%, we're 84% of the way to the master set after 2 booster boxes. But again, I think we know that we haven't pulled much of value, and we're really, the 30 cards that remain are, all the chase cards. Although again, in this set, we're just better off. Instead of spending $100 on a booster box and pulling $5 and $3 cards all day, you're much better off taking that $100 and buying the cards that you need for your master set. So I think, again, already I've sort of learned with a set this size, probably 1 booster box is plenty. That's going to get you most of the commons, uncommons, and regular rares. And then, you cross your fingers and you hope you pull something else of value. But then from there, instead of investing more money in sealed packs to open, just take that money and put it into singles. I mean, I guess this is probably conventional wisdom, but I do think with the bigger sets, it might make sense to open a little bit more of your own on your own. Again, I think we're already probably past what we should be opening, but I have stuff already purchased, and like I said, I have other reasons I might want to open some of the other products. So we'll still get to that in future weeks. But anyway, you can see here we're at 84%. But the bigger bummer is the fact that all the stuff we've pulled so far, now this doesn't count things that we're going to resell. So we have pulled some extra trainers, and we've pulled some of the playable cards that are duplicates. So I'm going to package those up and sell those and hopefully get some of our value back. So this is only the value of what we've pulled that goes into the master set. But the master set so far is only $65. So we've spent $210 on 2 booster boxes, and our value that we've pulled out of that is $65. So obviously not a winning formula there. And again, there is some fun cost because we like opening packs. But that's still, I really would want. I mean, the most valuable card we've pulled in 72 packs is worth $7. So that's pretty disappointing. You would hope that at least at some point in 72 packs, you would pull something that's worth, I don't know, more than $7, let's say. And then you can see here that overall, if you add in the reverse hollows, we're actually chasing around 300 cards. And if you add the reverse hollows, again, we're about 75% of the way to a complete reverse hollow set. That means we're at about 239 of the 300 cards, and that's around 80%. So again, percentage-wise, okay, but value-wise, not good. And most of the cards that are remaining are the ones that we're not going to pull. Probably you can't count on that. So it's probably better just to take that money and go out and buy singles. So last but not least, we've got this. Just to track our progress. So after 36 packs, we were 80% complete. You can see we added 36 more packs to get to 72, and we only increased by 4% where we're at. Our next rung on the ladder, we're not going to open any more booster boxes. Maybe thank goodness for that. We're going to open some other products that's going to increase us to around 90 packs. And then we're going to hopefully open a build and battle display if I can find one for a reasonable price. To get us up to, the 130 pack range. But again, I would say already this is way too many packs of Stellar Crown. Open some for fun. Open any of the products that you want to open if you are interested in other things in those products. And then from there, just buy singles for this set. Or if you're going to buy packs, I would go back and buy Twilight Masquerade packs or Temple Forces packs, because there are better chase cards in those sets, and those sets and that's kind of where we're at. We have a few chase cards. We have a complete Temporal Forces binder. We still have the 3 remaining cards in Twilight Masquerade we're chasing. So I'd rather, all things equal, I'd rather buy a Twilight Masquerade pack and chase the Greninja EX than to chase anything in this. We'll just go out and buy the rest of the cards. But in our case, we are going to open more. It is an experiment. That is what we do on this channel. So thanks for watching. Thanks for following along with our collection journey. Check out the channel for more videos related to the Master Set Challenge. And we're also going to probably have some other stuff popping up, including in the shorts feed. So check that out as well. And have a great day, and we'll catch you soon.